students, welcome to the program Bachelor of Science, 3rd year, in the subject of Botany, Semester 6, in the course BOD105 and course title Nursery and Gardening. Title of the unit is Gardening. Module name is Flower Beds, Shrubbery and Borders. I am Ms. Pranjali Mahendra Gaonkar, Assistant Professor in Botany at Government College of Arts, Science and Commerce, KPM. Welcome you all for this module. Outline of my presentation is features of the garden, types and arrangement of borders, shrubs, flower beds in garden. At the end of this module, you will understand and elucidate upon the different features of garden, explain in detail about arrangement and types of flower beds, borders and shrubs in garden. Introduction. A garden is a plant space, usually outdoors, set aside for display and cultivation, enjoyment for plants and other forms of nature, mainly meant for recreation. The various features of garden are fencing, steps, drives and paths, hedge, edging, arches, pergolas, lawns, carpet bedding, flower beds, shrubbery, borders, etc. Different types of gardens have their own specific arrangements of all these features. This is a view of a garden in which you can see all the different features of the garden right from the paths, beds, edges, shrubberies and garden adornments. Flower beds. Flower beds in garden are raised beds containing flower-bearing plants. A flower bed is a crowning glory providing colorful array to the garden because of beautiful colors of flowers. They are most important features of all the gardens. The number differs with respect to specific garden style. It aims at displaying the flowers in best way possible. Preparation of flower bed. A flower bed can be planted with winter flowering annuals sown in September to October, summer flowering plants in February to March, and rainy season flowers which are sown in April or June. Perennial flowering plants means the flowers which are obtained throughout the year can also be used in the flower beds. Shapes and patterns of the flower beds. Flower beds should be grown as square, rectangular, circular, oval or ellipse in shape, and they can be made in a shape of kidneys in the midst of the lawn which look very attractive. Types of flower bed. Here we can see rectangular flower bed as well as circular flower beds. Maintenance of flower bed is an important task. Beds should be always placed in full sun except for those having shade plants. Means the plants which require sun are to be placed always in the area of sunlight, and the shade plants have to be placed away from the area which receives sunlight. It should be made suitable for robust as well as for most weak plants. That is, hardy plants and the weak plants should be able to sustain in that flower bed. Irrigation, drainage and fertilization shall be taken care to provide best glory to the garden. Beds should be simple in design as it becomes easier to maintain, to fertilize, to irrigate those plants. Shrubbery. Shrubbery is an arrangement of shrubby plants grown in unique beds or patterns. A shrub is defined as perennial plant having many woody branches arising from the base of the plant. So in the picture you can see a shrub. A shrub is generally erect and bushy, attaining a height of 0.5 to 4 meters. Importance of shrubbery. Beautifies the garden, hides other part of the garden behind it. Shrubs provide flowers throughout the year if selected properly. That means, if the perennial plants are selected, they give the flowers throughout. Most of the shrubs are quick growing, they do not require much of care, and the shrubs are available in various heights from dwarf to tall and thus can be put in various uses in the garden. Shrubs are grown for flowering, example rose and hibiscus, foliage plants, croton or snake plant, for berries, that is chlorhodendron. Borders. They are beds which are more of length than breadth, containing plants of heterogeneous character, act as outline of the garden area for flowering beds patches or rockery. There are different types of borders in which herbaceous border, annual mixed border and mixed borders are the main types. Characteristics of herbaceous border in which hardy perennial herbaceous plants are grown. That means these plants do not perish but remain for many years. It mostly includes bulbous plants or plants which are self-propagating from new growth of roots in the next season. It is placed well against wall, fence, shrubs, hedges or form double border one behind the another. It distinguishes two or more parts of the garden. That is, it separates one part of the garden from another part. Examples are Asteromelis, Amaryllis, Agelonia and Chrysanthemums. Characteristics of annual borders are these borders consist of mixed annual flowering plants. The plants are annuals and need replacement after plants dry up or after they perish. Examples are Dianthus, Campanula, Pepperbird, Helianthus, Delphinium, etc. Characteristics of mixed borders. They include type of plants arranged according to their height. They include herbaceous shrubs, shrubs, bulbous plants, etc. So the tall plants examples are Eclifa, Gardenia, Nerium and Tabernamontana. Medium height plants are Gladiolus, Canna and Plumbago. Dwarf plants are Caropsis, Salvinia, Zinnia. Annual mixed borders are also present having annual plants of different height where different heighted plants are arranged one after the another. References for this module are Landscape Gardening and Designing with Plants and Floriculture in India. Thank you, students.